Let's take a look at our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, and see how many of these facts you may not know. Lincoln established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Abraham Lincoln is the only president to have a patent. Lincoln invented a device to free steamboats that ran aground. Abraham Lincoln's son Robert was saved from a train accident by Edwin Booth, brother of his father's killer, John Wilkes Booth. Robert Lincoln was close to three separate presidential assassinations. He was invited to Ford's Theater the night his father was assassinated. However, he had declined the invitation and remained at the White House instead. He was invited to meet President James Garfield at a train station in Washington, D.C., where he was an eyewitness to Garfield's assassination. Robert was also invited to a New York fair where he was present at the time President William McKinley was assassinated. Lincoln was the first president to be photographed at his inauguration. Standing close to Lincoln in the photo is the future assassin, John Wilkes Booth. After Lincoln's tomb was completed in 1874, Chicago crime boss James Big Jim Kinley planned to steal Lincoln's body in exchange for a ransom and the release of an associate who was serving time at the state penitentiary. They broke into the marble sarcophagus by filing through a padlock, but were unable to move the heavy cedar coffin. Two of the men on the job were undercover agents with the Secret Service. They alerted the authorities and the job was foiled. Lincoln never slept in the Lincoln bedroom. Despite being one of the most famous rooms in the White House, it wasn't actually Lincoln's bedroom. During his presidency, it was an office. In fact, it only became known as the Lincoln bedroom during the Truman administration. Though renovated, the room still features a few furniture pieces from Lincoln's time. Lincoln created the Secret Service on the day of his assassination. This might sound like bad timing, but at the time the Secret Service was devised to combat counterfeiting, not to protect the president. The remains of Lincoln's son, William Wallace Lincoln, who died from typhoid fever in 1862, were exhumed and placed on the train and taken to Springfield, Illinois for burial along with Lincoln's. Lincoln was the first president to sport a beard while serving in office. Abraham Lincoln was the first president born outside of the 13 original states.